Hi guys, and welcome back to my hardcore Nuzlocke through Pokémon X. And as last left off, we had just finished the gym and have my worst ever start to a Nuzlocke run. Ever. We lost our Weedle, we lost our Bunnelby, and we lost our starter, Fennekin. And as of now, we only have our Oxman, Pidgey, and Mikoto or Pikachu. So, we are in desperate need of more allies. Oh yeah, did you give me something? Let's see, right? So yeah, we have a desperate need of allies and some friends along the way. But unfortunately, luckily for us, let's see if we don't have anything to specific to sell. Nothing yet. Alright. Good to know. So what's gonna happen right now is we're gonna go to the next route, get our encounter, and of course we're gonna get our XP share. Viola's sister. And of course we're also gonna face Sycamore and then get our second starter. And depending on what we're getting here, we might have our starter chosen already. But let's see. Our encounter is a Ladybug. Alright. I'm right away just gonna throw a ball. And we're pressing. Okay, Patrick. Throw the ball first. Use. Now we can press B. Come on. It should be easy to catch. And it was. Yay! And as well as a hardcore Nuzlocke rule is, we will nickname every Pokemon we catch. If they faint in battle, that means they are dead. No healing in battle at all, and cannot go above the next gym leader's highest level, which is 25 if I remember correctly. Bug. No. Space Jam. I don't know, like Ladian is the one of the first of a Pokemon that looked like it were from space. I think it was here. All hidden items I will try to get later. But alright. Now we have that. We can just continue our journey. Well, too much interference, as it calls. And try to get some levels up. I know that boy has a core fish, so gonna be smart this time because we don't want to lose more Pokemon. But even though it was a very devastating loss, it's not the hardest thing to do. As long as you have one or two Pokemon earlier in the early time, it's gonna be easier to level up to the rest of the team and stuff like that. And there's so many routes around, like you have more opportunity to get good Pokemon. Sure, I can't have a Fennekin again, but I still have like decent Pokemon I can get. For instance, I can just throw on Charmander now if I want it, and still have a fire type. Or I can wait, see if I can get a fire type on other places, and get, for instance, the best, at least in my eyes, one of the better starters, which is Bulbasaur. I'm not good at the maze, apparently. I was probably the only there, but like I said, I can do that off screen. Because me searching for hidden items is maybe not the most productive things I could done. Yeah. We're gonna need all the help we can get here, boy. So Roland, send out your Pidgey. Oh, I forgot to heal. Oops. Well, I don't think a Pidgey can do too much damage to us. Super effective. No, not too much. Nice. And as you probably can tell from my voice, I'm feeling much better. Come on. So yeah, it seems like not only do I have my tight airways, it seems that the technically could confirm that I had asthma as well, which is super dandy for a person that already breathes slightly heavier than a regular person to have that as well. Yeah, ground me how much you want. That ain't gonna help you against a thunder shock. But at least I am on the better up. I still do have some struggles a bit after I've been, of course, after we've been walking a bit, but also after like have like dinner, breakfast, stuff like that. And a longer conversation does time my breathing out a bit. So I do need to keep track on that. Thank you. Alright. Well, I'm happy that you love your Pokemon. It would be extremely sad if you didn't. Ugh, burn me. Yeah, Pika Pika. You don't really have enough for a burn me. So let's get the real master. Haha! Protection failed. Now I succeed. Or not. Nice. A nice surprise, huh? Okay. Well, that's very welcoming. Don't have to have both plain ice and growl. Let's have. When you do, that's the same thing. There has been some weird, like, for some reason, like some Pokemon learns the same, like, moves with different name, but does the same thing. Which is why. Like, I understand if like it's a like different typing when the moves comes around. That makes like still doesn't really need both, but I kind of understand it. But having two normal type moves that does the same thing that lowers a target's physical attack stat by 1. You don't need to learn both. You can use one. But then again, it's up to the game makers to decide. But they also are roughly the same as Pokemon having abilities that does the same damn thing. Like I think one of the famous example is Delibird, that has two abilities that prevents it from falling asleep. If you're just gonna have two abilities that do the same thing, just make it having one ability. You don't have to waste an ability slot if you're just gonna have the same ability, different name. Magikarp. Yeah, splash, splash, push. Poison bar? Well, if I had a poison Pokemon, that would be nice. Listen, want a battle? Yes, I want a battle. I need the XP. Here comes Badoo. Pekka Pekka. Hey, you shouldn't switch. I don't think you will lose that Badoo, but your moves is not the best against it. Nom. Absorbing from me, eh? Let's make a wind of gust. Haha. It's a critical hit. Well, critical hit is good to have, especially when you're watching Critical Role. Yeah, it's been benching Critical Role lately, and especially with the campaign 3 Bell's Health. And right now I'm at episode 37. So it's when Bell's Health are facing Delilah Bridlewood. She tries to save Lautna from her clutches. Alright. Like, I kind of like the roller skate, but I'm so bad at them. Okay, I'm not focusing. Yes. Give me your carfish. Carfish, carfish. Whoa. There it goes. Sorry about that. Thunderchuck. Nah. Thank you for the wash. Carfish. Yeah, you ain't staying up long against the Pikachu. Space Jam 10. Well, it's basically gonna be that until we don't need it no more. A netball eye. That's good if we have a chance of getting more Pokemon. That's something to keep in mind as well. And Aoife, less Corfish. Then I think we have that dude over there. Don't remember what he has, if he has a Pikachu or something like that. And then we meet the heroes of the story. Oh yeah, ain't one of those two idiots, Emma? Last battle of this route. And it's a Pichu! Well done. This is gonna be sibling fight. And the largest sibling wins. Like it should be. Not always, but it should. Oh, here comes a brother. That's not good. Let's try to do this quickly. Okay, I'm gonna do this. If it goes for an electric move, I'm gonna sacrifice Space Jam. You have nothing. Now back. Which means my stats are back. Yeah, you growl. You growl and you growl, but you're never going further than that. Damn it! Okay, now I'm gonna have to do this. I do think I can survive one electric attack. If the AI is smart here, it's not. Okay, nice. It also means all gets a bit nice XP. Nice. Yeah. Not bad. Yep, here we have. No, of course not. Sheena. Okay, that was not Emma. Sure. Like the same skin tone, but it's not the same person. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going in there until I've healed. Alright. Then we're also gonna do this. Just because I know he always starts. I think it's Bulbasaur he starts with, so we're gonna have someone that's effective. We go straight to the lab. Yeah, you say that, but technically... Oh. I always forget that he's standing there when you come off. So I always think he's standing here like, oh, you say that before you see my face. Yes, Sycamore. Yeah. It's not that much, I know. But hey. Can't get everything, okay? So yeah. Now comes Shauna and Serena. Alright. Yes, please. I'm not that tough. Well, I wouldn't say that. Like, normally I wouldn't care. Now, maybe. No. I'm just gonna ghost a bit. He's gonna tackle. I'm gonna laugh. Haha. Gonna ghost again. And oh yeah, that's the one rule I forgot. Since it's a hardcore Nuzlocke, we're having it on set battle style, not switch. And it's going swimmingly, of course. I do think I can live a couple. Charmander, get out of here. I'm gonna thundershock you. Alright. I'm growled and I'm tail whipped. So I need to keep track of that. Up. That was the cue. If that was a crit, I would have lost Pikachu. I would have lost Mikoto. Which is not good. Burned as well. Damn it! Let's go. Oh, if I ain't winning here, I'm losing. Oh, it was close. Could have lost one, but thankfully we didn't. Whew. That was scary. Pick one, I'm gonna go with Bulbasaur. As I said, I could have picked Charmander to have Charizard, but I think Bulbasaur is the better starter from Gen 1. And we already got a two flying types right now, so we don't need an extra one. Hulk. Venusaur, alright. Just have to beat the third gym before that. And here comes the boys. And of course we have all this little dialogue. Then we meet the Lysander as soon as we go down. I'm ready to go get out of here. Wait. I know it's some trainers here that give me something. False swipe. Nice. That is really good when trying to catch Pokemon. As long as I don't have self-KOing moves. But I think it's somewhere here that gives me some nice Pokeballs. Is it you? Yo, yo, yo. Nope. Luxury balls. Well, those are the Pokeballs you need when you do something. We don't need to care about that since this internet thing is no longer existing. Come on. I can just go here, go here. Alright. Number 1, out. And here enters Lysander. I mean, first time I saw Lysander, I didn't think too much of him, but like, okay, lion dude. Then after a bit of anime and then game, or alright, he's the bad guy. Duh. But he also like the last true boss villain of Pokemon games. All right. I don't want to do that on camera. Talk to Serena. And here we have the villain in black, the champion in white. And like, just this dialogue alone is just weird. But then again, there are some people in this world that thinks the way he thinks. Like, everything great should stay great. You shouldn't change anything or stuff like that. And there are some people that think they are the chosen one and do anything to halt their aging, which is just weird for me, like in general context. Because sure, like, if you can, go for it, but in my eyes, in general, I'm gonna go and face those trainers I didn't face before the gym. Then we go back, catch our next route Pokemon, and that will be that. But as I was saying, like, halting your aging to try to live longer and stuff like that, it's weird to me in general, because I'm the kind of person that thinks like this world we're living in is not nice. It's not a utopia we are living in. So why extend your life just to be able to live and see more of the same stuff? A lot of people like ask me if I could live forever if I want to. I always says no, because life for me in broad terms has been slightly more of the bad luck and actually being luck. So I don't feel like having to spend more time in life than necessary. Now I'm gonna spend my life into my last breath as the best way I can to fully enjoy it, having good times with my friends and family, learning stuff around the way. As of now, entertain you guys, just having the best time of my life. Doing my best to enjoy the parts of the life I have left, and not really try to like think on stuff that had happened, because it will not be an enjoyable life. But living for over a century, like that would be too much, in my opinion. Even if my life would have maybe been more lively and successful, I don't think I would like to live for so long. Like, yeah, century tops. But when it's starting to get like near 500 stuff like that, that would be too much. That is better left at fantasy world, when you can change your life with magic and stuff like that. Most of the times. Sometimes it doesn't really have magic, so that would be a moot point. But yeah, the human lifespan is good as it is. Oh yeah, that's you. How is Hulk looking, by the way, in moves and stuff like that? You have lead seed, you have growth, you have vine whip. Alright. The other guy has counter. Endure. Stuff like that. Nothing that should technically be a threat. Then door, foresight, counter. Well, we start with leaf seed. Now, and then we switch out, because you don't have one Pokemon, so you can't switch that away, and it will stay on. So I know he has Endure and Counter with those two moves. And now, since I'm so high level, that was good enough. And been falling for this trainer's Riolo's trap for a couple of times before I have finally learned. Took this old dog 3 or 4 times to learn, but I have finally learned. the painful lesson. Whoops. Hey, Rabby. Not the best Pokemon to have out. Well, Mikoto! Haha! You swine! You little birdie! You ain't permitted to hurt my Hulk. A Metapod. That's gonna get all too fast. Harden! And I'm not glad other is like do like a Metapod versus Metapod like in the anime. Now that was laughable funny and boring at the same time. Maximum Harden. And they both Ash and that samurai trainer was holding their breath until they fell down stiff as a board. Yes. Butterbean! Lead Seed, Growl, Vine Dip. The perfect combination. Of course, a quick attack. Ouch! I'm gonna steal your life to keep me alive. There's your nickname, Bruce. Now we growl. Just to make fun of him. Hey. That was a crit. Alright. Jesus. Now we wind web, yeah. Nom. So that's like much better. We're getting a relaxing third episode just to get Pokemon, get the items we forgot last time. You have a Psyduck, right? A Flabebe. This means fairy. I don't have a poison type move, so let's just get you out there so it's not gonna be too much. Do this a bit faster. Let's see the stab move. That's better. Quick and painless. Almost. Ooh. One more level, then we have a Pidgeotto. Whirlwind. Hell no. And that's been on the trainers from there. Super potion, which is good. Now back. The long road. To Viridian? No. To Luminous City. Fun enough, the capital of my first world is basically just like Luminous, inspired by Paris from France, but my first capital is way bigger. I mean, the city where my players start at is also technically Paris, but it's 5 times bigger in Paris. And that's the first city, so I'm guessing this capital city is roughly 8 or 9. Haven't really decided yet. Sounds bigger than Paris. There's a lot of people living there. It's a big city, which is very like overwhelming for players, I know, but this was my first world, my first campaign ever, so I just went with something funny. And thinking like I made the planet 5 times bigger in our own in reality, so that's why most cities are also bigger than it should be. But it was kind of more of a fun thing. So 8 to 9 times bigger than Paris is the capital, but as I say, having a bigger city also means harder time to maintain law and order, because of so many people and maybe not enough funds to fund a police force or guard units as are more known in other places. Alright, let's see our last and final encounter for today. An Abra. A female Abra. Okay, okay. I would love it in a luxury ball, but you have one shot at getting it. You know what? Let's gamble. Let's fucking gamble. Press B, 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 B. Come on, B. Do your power, do your power, do your power. Please, please. And oh, we got it. Oops. We got it, guys. The gamble worked. RNGesus was with us today. Arceus wanted to have me to have his female Abra. And there's only one way name we can have here. Sabrina. The toughest gym leader in Kanto. And that's it, guys. That's been the episode for today. We have found 3 new friends to replace the one we lost. And we managed to gamble for our last one. A female Abra named Sabrina. And here's where I'm signing off. And if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button so I can continue making videos and hopefully soon in higher quality. And hit that 50 subs so I can start streaming as well. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm putting up more videos. Until next time, guys, have a fantastic day and bye.